An attempted hit on the Western Highway. Is cartel violence coming from the Corozal-free zone to the city? And police vehicles annually, it costs millions to service them. But is a favored new company driving up that cost? 7 News investigates. Plus, we'll show you a 49-year-old man found guilty of fondling a 6-year-old boy. Also, self-professed inventor Andre Gray. He sued Jules Vasquez and Channel 7 for defaming him. We'll tell you what the High Court said about it today. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight, Thursday, November 6, 2025. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indira Craig.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
We are united
to beat malaria.
To beat malaria.
To beat malaria.
The Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing continues to upgrade major roads all across the country, providing opportunities and access to our vibrant, productive communities. In the north, the MIDH committed to pave the Chan Pine Ridge Road, answering the cries of our people. Today, that road is positively impacting the lives of residents and transforming the community.
El highway para nosotros es algo bueno, nos gusta y beneficia a la escuela. Como aquí, por ejemplo, mire, en el library cuando no había highway, todo el polvo entraba en los libros, en los shelves y cada día yo tenía que estar limpiando. Pero ahora, pues cada semana limpio porque no hay mucho polvo. Y para los niños está bien porque ahora pueden pasar si no hay nada de polvo y menos flu. Ahora yo veo a los niños.
Y nos beneficia porque antes para llegar al pueblo llegábamos hasta casi media hora en vehículo porque estaba demasiado feo. Pero ahora, con este bonito highway que tenemos, ya los que andan en vehículo, 5 minutes lo más, ya llegaron hasta Central Park de Ringgoa. Los que andan en motorcycle, tal vez 6 minutes. Los que andan en bike, tal vez unos 15 minutes.
80% of the village that normally work at the sugar industry, right? So this road has helped a lot because going to work, they don't have to struggle, like I said, because of the conditions of the road.
Es algo bueno que por fin tenemos highway y estamos bien agradecidos con el ministro.
I'm Randolph Friesen and I manage Westbell Produce, better known as Granny's Foods. That's our main brand. So we offer high quality grains, beans, rice, and we also offer corn chips made from 100% locally grown corn. We saw a need for high quality locally produced products. A lot of the best products are being exported and we said, we need to keep some of the best products here in Belize rather than export everything. Atlantic Bank has helped us achieve our goals by providing the financing for us to be able to launch products faster than we would without the financing that they offer. We find that Atlantic Bank is very customer friendly, especially with small and medium-sized businesses. We find that Atlantic Bank is more than willing to go the extra mile. They try to understand your business. So when we go to Atlantic Bank with a certain need, we find that they try to develop a solution that will meet our specific need. I would encourage any small business owner to go to Atlantic Bank for their financial services. They're very friendly, and just overall, their service is excellent.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
In Toyota, we think that when you trust the timing of your life, life becomes easy to drive. Easy to connect. Easy to start. Easy to make friends. Easy to enjoy. Because if you can trust in a car that's easy to drive, shine, and fit, life is also easy to live, trust, and enjoy. Easy to drive is to live life with the confidence that only Toyota can provide you. New Toyota Raves. Easy to drive, easy to live.
Champion security, champion security, champion security. Yeah. Your security is our business, so we gonna protect you like a champion, like a champion.
Guess what, Mr. Handsome? Yeah, over there, champion security. This is the place to be. What does sign say? Champion Security. Here at Champion Security, we provide quality service. You know why? Such as triology lock, fire alarm, IP camera system, gate operator, biometric lock, and alarm system. Champion Security. Make a go check out where they go on inside of Champion Security. And boy, nice to meet you, my brother. Tell me a little bit more about Champion Security.
Well, welcome, Mr. Hanson. Here at Champion Security, we offer fire system, alarm system, camera system, gate operator, access control, and also trilogy locks and magnetic locks. Everything you need to do with security systems for residential and businesses, you could find everything here at Champion Security. We also consist of 12 technicians, and we offer technical support 24 hours. So anything you need for your security systems, you could find everything here at Champion Security.
Remember, guys, here at Champion Security, we live by our motto: where safety is our business. Give us a call now. Don't forget to check us on Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media platforms. And continue to shake it to the max all the way. Champion Security, the best place to be. We care for your safety.
You want to rent it? It's not a problem. We got remote gate.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Usually what happens in the Corozal-free zone stays in the zone, but last night violence arising from bad blood over the cigarette trade in the zone spilled over all the way to the 8 Mile community in Belize district. Up to 20 shots were fired last night in 8 Miles, injuring 2 men. One of the men was 39-year-old Nitin Buksani, a prominent free zone businessman and the intended target. But why was Buksani targeted? Courtney Menzies has this story.
This morning, CIB investigators could be seen entering Belize Healthcare Partners, where Nitin Buksani and his driver, Rene Arnold, are hospitalized for multiple gunshot injuries. At about 5:30 yesterday evening, they were eastbound in a Chevy Colorado pickup heading from Hattieville to Belize City when, at the speed bump, a gunman with a semi-automatic rifle stepped towards the vehicle and fired at least 20 shots. The attack left .223 expended shells strewn across the westbound lane of the highway and put 10 bullet holes in the windshield and 4 bullet holes through the driver's side window. Despite the barrage of gunfire, Buksani's driver maintained control, managed to speed off and race towards Belize Healthcare Partners, where they are admitted in a stable condition. Buksani is a well-known figure in the Corozal-Free Zone's tobacco trade, which is controlled by Mexican cartels, and he has been named recently in several ongoing disputes. But the well-planned attack occurred in the Belize district, where he is not a regular presence. This has stumped investigators, who are concerned that cartel violence linked to the Free Zone is leaking into Belize City. A police report issued today makes it seem like just another shooting and seems to downplay what clearly is an attempted hit, likely orchestrated by a criminal enterprise. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
We note that an internal police report we have seen says that Buksani has a Belize City address on the George Price Highway. Buksani, according to multiple reports, had long been one of the key operators to facilitate the export of cigarettes from the zone into Mexico, but was recently removed from that lucrative post when he fell out of favor with the cartels which control the tobacco trade. The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Bart Jones, was caught in a fender bender in Belize City this evening. He was driving a 2023 Ford Ranger at the corner of Vernon Street and Cemetery Road when he crashed into a passing vehicle. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. It's one more repair for a police department whose vehicles are always in the shop. The ministry today confirmed that the 2024-2025 expenditure for vehicle repairs for the Belize Police Department is $2.5 million. That is a steep price just for repairs. And for months now, we've been hearing complaints from police here in the city that police needing repair should be taken to a mechanic shop on the Philip Golson Highway. It's supposed to be more efficient and cost-saving, but is it just a come-up for a favored political operator? We looked for answers.
Eastern Division police vehicles are directed here to RX Auto, formerly Holtz on the Philip Golson Highway. Previously, vehicle repairs were subject to a rigorous approval chain, from mechanic assessment like this to quotation, to commander authorization, and finally to accounts verification before any payment was made. Every step provided a measure of accountability. But police tell us that when RX Auto was introduced, it was a one-stop direct delivery system. Originally, not even invoices or receipts did the police see. And multiple checkpoints were replaced by a single streamlined process. The ministry paid the bill directly without the involvement of the Eastern Division formation that actually uses the vehicle. The change, presumably designed for efficiency, effectively wiped away the built-in oversight that once protected public funds from misuse. Though we saw repairs going there at least since June, the company was formally registered in August of this year with sole proprietor Nyasha Pandey. Figures seen by 7 News show that in 2 months it racked up payments of more than $54,000 from the Ministry of Home Affairs for Eastern Division police vehicle repairs. Cops we spoke to said the prices were overcharged and that they had lost the required level of oversight and transparency. They also complained that repairs were taking too long to come back. And multiple sources told us that a key political operative had a direct day-to-day involvement with the operations of the company. We put those questions to the ministry and they sent this statement saying, quote, "We must find efficient ways to get vehicles to be roadworthy and back on patrols. It is not unusual for mechanic shops to do repairs on vehicles for the Belize Police Department. This practice has occurred for years. But again, and we stress, multiple sources confirm, not like this, with all the levels of oversight and checks and balances removed." But the release says, following the recent national tour and examining the excessive costs associated with vehicle repairs, RX Auto was identified as one of the more affordable and efficient service providers to carry out vehicle repairs to the Belize City fleet due to wastage. Streamlining and centralizing the repairs allows for cost saving and greater efficiency. So, is it a favored company? Well, the ministry's release denies that. It says, quote, "No one from the Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries is affiliated with the service provider RX Auto.
Police tell us that after August, when RX Auto was registered, they were then provided more paperwork. But sources tell us that just this week, in a small act of rebellion, Belize City Police, citing frustration with the new arrangement and what they see as profiteering, had a meeting and set out a plan to revert to doing their own repairs at the Queen Street station as they had in the past. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll show you a 49-year-old man convicted of sexually assaulting a 6-year-old girl. And he says he's among the world's greatest inventors, and Andre Gray took Jules Vasquez to court for sullying his name. We'll tell you what came out of it. Don't go away.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Remember, not all light bulbs are created equal. Our lighting department offers a wide assortment of light fixtures and accessories to suit your style. So stop in today and get the right illumination for your homecation. And don't forget your B-Box when you make a purchase. Benny's, quality and savings.
It is truly an honor to stand here today as a part of the Self-Phone Repair Training Program. A program that has not only taught us a valuable technical skill, but also empower us as women to step into a field that is often seen as male-dominated. We learn how to open up phones, identify parts, common problems, and even fix these issues on our own. We have not only learned a new trade, but we have proven that women can do anything we set our minds to.
I am forever grateful for this experience. This course was amazing, and I bet these ladies have that knowledge now, and nobody's gonna take away that knowledge that we have.
So it's an opportunity for you to start to figure out the way forward and to be able to market to your community.
When women are empowered and they're productive, they produce, GDP grows, and we're all more productive and better off as an entire country. So they're investing in you, and they fully expect that you guys are going to go out and work and make your community better, make your families better, and then the country as a consequence is going to be so much better because of your hard work. I want to thank you for believing in yourself, for having the confidence to at least attempt something new. And in the future, I want you to continue to take chances, to challenge yourself, not to underestimate what you can do and try new things, because a lot of times people need just one chance.
The next time you are passing creative marketing at 146 corner of East Collette Canal and Alenby, don't be shy. Come on in.
Welcome to Creative Marketing, where everything is possible.
We offer services like graphic designs for logos or banners or any other special request. Get designs printed on t-shirts for sporting events, special events like birthdays, or for your business. Get your polos or dress shirts officially embroidered with logos or business names. For special requests, our sewing department can get you fixed up with custom preferences. Our in-house name brands like Eliani's collection produces uniform dress shirts and blouses. For work or school, our Z-Tech Sportswear produces fisherman shirts and dry fit polos for males or females. Ask about other items. In other departments, we produce customized banners and fin feathers. At Creative Marketing, there's so much more. So next time you're in need, come take a look. Call us at 207-2023, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Creative marketing, where everything is possible.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Hey, 06 para mañana.
89 23.
16. Ya gané con el 10, con el 50 y con el 03.
Bolido ahora es más fácil. Ahora puedes jugar tu número de la suerte con DigiWallet. Regístrate y deposita para comenzar. Descarga la aplicación de Bolido y elige DigiWallet como tu método de pago y cobro.
¡Ya gané!
Cuando enviamos dinero.
Con Bolido gané.
Cuando hacemos recargas.
Are you still circling around the city, searching high and low for a parking spot? Stop wasting time, energy, and, most importantly, costly fuel. Bring your ride to the Downtown Plaza parking lot and park your baby in a safe, dedicated space. No need to risk parking on the streets where your baby can be scratched, dented, or bumped. Downtown Plaza parking lot offers safe, easy, and convenient parking right in the heart of the city. Just head to Albert Street, make a right turn on Bishop Street, and you are there in a secure, worry-free environment. Imagine the peace of mind knowing your car is in a safe spot while you enjoy your day. So, don't delay. Park with confidence at the Downtown Plaza parking lot, where convenience meets safety and peace of mind is guaranteed.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
A 49-year-old man was today convicted for molesting a 6-year-old girl, and tonight he's in jail awaiting sentencing for it. Francis Nalberto was found guilty of 1 count of assault of a child under the age of 16 by penetration and 1 count of sexual assault. His little victim, now 9 years old, testified in closed court that he molested her on 2 separate occasions. In his defense, Nalberto simply said, "It wasn't me." Late this evening, before Justice Nigel Pilgrim, Nalberto was found guilty following his 3-day trial in the High Court back in July. In finding Nalberto guilty this evening, Justice Pilgrim noted that he found the young victim to be credible and reliable. In his defense, Nalberto, who was represented by attorney Ronel Gonzalez, gave a doc statement where he denied that he had left the house where the child was before the time frame of the accident. The DPP Crown was represented by the Assistant Director of Public Prosecution, Portia Stain Ferguson, who called 6 witnesses. Nalberto is facing a prison term of 12 years minimum which can extend to life imprisonment for assault of a child under the age of 16 by penetration, and the maximum prison term of 7 years for sexual assault. The sentencing hearing is scheduled for December 5th. The Forest Department, along with law enforcement counterparts, have arrested another 4 persons for illegal logging. This time it happened in the Doubloon Lagoon, Orange Walk district. The bust occurred yesterday while an enforcement team was out patrolling and encountered a tractor bearing a Curacao license plate and a white GMC truck transporting illegal logwood. The 4 individuals, Martin Rosado, Diego Santos, Chad Vargas, and Aldir Correa, failed to produce a valid forest permit to log, and so they were all charged jointly for unlawful possession of forest produce. Officers also impounded the vehicles and chainsaw and tractor battery and approximately 100 logwood posts at the scene. The type of wood is known as pinta. In a release issued by the department today, it says the public is reminded that harvesting, transporting, or possessing forest produce without the necessary permits is a criminal offense. Yesterday, we told you about the landmark ruling from the Caribbean Court of Justice, which established that pensioned employees are also entitled to severance. The case came from 10 retired or resigned BTL employees. The company's position was that pension takes the place of severance. But the court found that it must be severance plus pension, or the pension must be designed in such a way that severance continues to accrue on a non-contributory basis as a portion of the pension benefit. Today, the CEO in the Ministry of Labor said it's important judgment.
The CCG ruling, I believe, came out yesterday regarding severance. It's, of course, a groundbreaking ruling. It's very significant. And we are, at this moment, reviewing it at the Labor Department. This morning, I briefly discussed it with the Labor Commissioner. But, of course, it will take some internal discussions to see what implications this has for Belize's labor market.
It doesn't impact government, right? They're doing what they should do.
Well, like I said, we need to carefully examine the ruling and carefully examine the implications. And of course, it's a very significant ruling. And so if it affects the public sector and the private sector differently, we have to yet determine that. But, it's very important that we acknowledge it and then we respect the ruling and, of course, begin to ensure that there is compliance with it.
There are other former BTL employees who reports say were waiting for this outcome to seek payments from the company as well. And the total tab could be in the millions of dollars. In an internal memo today, the company said Belize Telemedia Limited will dutifully comply with the order of the Caribbean Court of Justice. In other labor news, the PSU has given the government a notice of industrial action, and according to the notice, quote, the subject of this dispute is the government's persistent refusal to engage with or even respond to the union's serious concerns regarding the planned transition of the Belize Tax Services Department into a semi-autonomous revenue authority. Today, the CEO in the Ministry of Labor confirmed that they have received the notice and that they are preparing a response. Here's what he said.
Yes, they have submitted a notice, Friday? A dispute notice. I believe so, yes. No, sorry, yesterday. I believe it was submitted yesterday. But the submission has been made and we have received it. We're in the process of responding, acknowledging their notice. And of course, we have to internally discuss the way forward and how to help them address this matter. But yeah, we're fully aware of it. We have received the notice and we are preparing a response for them very shortly.
The PSU notice says, quote, this notice is issued as a direct result of the government's failure to respond to our numerous attempts at engagement over several months. This summer, the Occupational Safety and Health Bill was finally introduced in the House, but that's where the rush of the OSH stopped. Today, the media asked CEO Shal for an update on the bill. He explained that it will be back in the House very soon.
Regarding the OSH bill, it went to the House. It went to committee. We had consultation with a large group of stakeholders, and I really want to say thank you to them because the feedback they gave us helped us to clarify many things and also strengthen the law to ensure that their interests are being addressed in the law. And so we took their feedback and we, together with the Ministry of the Attorney General, revised the bill, and the bill has now gone back to the House committee. So I believe that whenever there is a House meeting, it will go back to the House. So it's in its final stages.
Some years ago, the insurance company got together and harmonized their premiums for third-party insurance. So no matter which company you buy from, once they are part of the Organization of Insurance Companies of Belize, you will be paying the same rate for third-party insurance. When we spoke to the managing director of RF&G earlier this week, we challenged that as being anti-competitive, and here's how he answered.
How is it that insurance companies are able to harmonize rates without it not being price fixing by an antitrust conglomerate?
Yeah, so coming to the point of the minimum premiums that exist on motor insurance in the insurance industry in Belize, the industry is vital to not just the transportation of people around this country, but to the safety and protection of any individual. Now, speaking to how can we make that better, because we're aware that it's not palatable for most people. We, as the industry, are working on developing a shared claims repository where we can share data with one another. And then using that data, we are better equipped to underwrite the risks that we're taking on. Meaning, if Jules is a bad driver, every insurance company will be aware that Jules has had so many accidents and his premium needs to be higher than what perhaps the person next in line is paying, because that next person has a clean driving record. What's happening today is every person who buys an insurance is suffering the cost of the bad drivers and the fraudsters. And by removing fraud from the system, first of all, using this system, we're able to bring costs down of delivery of this service to people. And secondly, allocate how the premiums are paid so that the drivers who are not as safe as others, who don't maybe take their time on the road, who don't maintain their vehicles as they should, or who just have a poor disposition when they're behind the wheel, those people carry the cost so that the safe drivers don't have to carry that cost.
At what point do we, the consumers, start seeing lower costs, lower premiums, instead of insurance companies seeing less risk and less loss?
Yeah. You know, I think most people would say, I wish I didn't have to pay insurance at all. The only people who I find are happy about having insurance are those who have had accidents, or those who have had a fire, or those who are suffering from a hurricane. There's certain things that are prescriptive. This is one of them that is prescriptive. And the benefits of this system will begin to show fairly quickly once it's implemented. We are taking our time because we're aware that we are sharing certain information about vehicles and accidents that have taken place. We are adamant that we will act within the law, especially the Data Protection Act that has recently been passed, I think in 2021, so that we are not, one, we don't intend to break the law, and two, we want to respect people's privacy and make sure that however information is shared, it is done in a way that protects their privacy.
And in other news, back in January 2023, you met Andre Gray, a born Belizean touted as the godfather of internet inventions. He was even given the key to Belize City, and that prompted 7 News to dig a little deeper. And that's when we found that many of the achievements Gray claimed couldn't be verified by legitimate established news sources. Well, after that story, Gray, through his brother, attorney Ian Gray, sued the station for defamation. Except they didn't sue Tropical Vision Limited, but rather Channel 7's news director, Jules Vasquez. After months of case management, a decision was handed down today where the suit was struck out. Vasquez's attorney, Hector Guerra, explained that simply put, Gray was suing the wrong person.
One of the essential elements of defamation, as you would know, is that you have to sue the body, the natural person, the company, whoever it is. You have to sue the person that caused the statements to be published. From the beginning of this claim, we made it plain that you're suing the wrong person, that in fact, the entity who caused the statements that were being complained of to be published was in fact a company called Tropical Vision Limited. So we alerted the court to that from early 2024, and on the heels of that, we applied for the case to be struck out. Despite having filed that application and having filed a defense to make that plain to the court and to Mr. Gray, over 10 months would have elapsed, and Mr. Gray simply doubled down and said in fact he had the right person in front of the court and refused to fix his claim. As a result, he then proceeded and ultimately, some days before the actual hearing in this matter, filed an application to substitute the defendant from Mr. Vasquez to Tropical Vision Limited. But by the time he did that, defenses were in, applications to strike were already in, affidavit evidence proving that Channel 7 was in fact owned by Tropical Vision Limited, the company, were already in, and so ultimately it came up for hearing before Justice Tawanda, and he had to make a ruling on the application for the strikeout, which was in front of him and which had been filed first in time. And ultimately, it's foundational. You can't sue the wrong person, and that's what it boils down to. We're currently taking instructions on the matter, but it's likely that we will be writing Mr. Gray, demanding that he pay the cost which our client has naturally had to incur to defend himself. And that's added with the circumstances, meaning he made it plain from the very beginning that you're suing the wrong person, and Mr. Gray simply doubled down and insisted that he would proceed to a hearing.
After the break, keying in on the Human Resource Summit, we'll visit a summit. Plus, will the U.S. government shutdown affect Belize's tourism high season? We'll tell you what the minister said about it today. Don't go away.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
The Belize Association of Human Resource Professionals held its second Human Resource Summit today at the Biltmore. Participants engaged in a panel discussion gaining strategic perspectives on how the employee experience can directly shape the customer experience. Jomari Lanza was there.
They are often the first point of contact with the public when hiring and maintaining communication between employees and executives within a company. Human resources are one of the most important foundations within a company. The Belize Association of HR Professionals recognizes this, and today at their second summit under the theme Unlocking the HR Advantage, they have engaged with 100 different HR point persons from various companies to improve the way they operate and manage their roles at work. The president of the association gave us more details on the objectives of the summit.
So today our team looks at the relationship between the customer experience and the employee experience. And to do that, we are focusing on the HR mindset, looking at how HR professionals think about the external environment and connecting the external environment. And by that, I mean customers, suppliers, investors, and connecting that with the internal work that they do, how they build strategic capability so that then they deliver value for their customers, their organization, and the broader community. We will be processing takeaways, so we're hoping that the HR professionals can leave with tactics on how they can improve, strengthen their employee experience, how they can create alignment between the customer and the employees, and just overall think about what they do and ways in how they can strengthen the experience for everyone that they serve.
This year's event is focused on a panel-based discussion where participants will be able to give and receive feedback on how they can create alignment and better navigate issues that arise within their departments.
What's different is we have integrated more into the business community and we have invited our CSEC. So now we have our C-suite sitting on panels to talk about HR. And so far what we know is the crowd, they're interested to know how they brought HR to the table. And so it's been a very interactive session so far, hearing the different perspectives and how they're integrating HR into their business and their mindset and the importance of having HR at the table, which ultimately you want the customer experience to be amazing. So you have to have happy employees to have your happy customers as well. I believe they're all very important. What we want our participants to take away is their voice. And it's not just HR professionals, it's anyone. If you want to work with people, you're interested in learning how to work better with your colleagues, your teams. If you're in a leadership position or a management position, this summit is for you to gain that experience and take it back to your team.
Candice Canelo of the Belize Bank told us what they hope to get from the summit.
So one of the things that we are aiming to do is basically networking, right? We brought our team. So some young HR professionals are in the team, and the opportunities for them to network, to see what other organizations are doing in Belize. People tend to be, the people as in HR, tend to not sit at the table. And I think one of the biggest takeaways that I'm hoping that we get from these sessions is that HR is brought to the table in these discussions. I mean, as you can see, our panel, involves CEOs, managing directors, and having them understand that that the function of HR is important in an organization, is focusing on the people. We tend to focus on, our customers and our money-driven, but who will deliver that service and who is creating that product? It's the persons behind the scene. And so we need to understand that people are a part of our organization. Now we call as talent. So we focus on talent, people, and we're hoping that, people get that opportunity here to network, to learn more from other organizations.
Jomari Lanza, 7 News.
We also spoke to the Labour CEO about the importance of managing people in a work environment.
Every era, every person, every company, whatever sector will always have challenges. And that's the point of the discussion today is how well you understand your role as a leader, as a manager, and how you keep your people motivated and productive. So it doesn't matter if they're millennials or Gen Zs. What matters is if you can respond appropriately to their needs and, of course, clarify and communicate your expectation to the workers and have them be very productive. Of course, this is a back and forth communication and dialogue that needs to happen. And I think that if you avoid that, then you will have more problems. But if you work with your people, you discuss the challenges they have, and you discuss their ideas, and you create a culture and space where people can flourish, then you have some winning ingredients there. So the conversation today is really, really helpful, I think, for the companies who are represented here today.
Shal is also the CEO for Rural Transformation, and we asked him about 2 more villages in the south which have signed free, prior and informed consent agreement and will soon be getting solar-powered electricity. Otosha and Mobilha are the next 2 on the list for the Ministry of Rural Transformation. The CEO explained today that there are 22 villages still without electricity.
So without electricity, I think it's 22 villages.
That remain?
Yeah.
Brought down from how much when the PUP got into power?
I can't recall exactly, but every year we have been adding villages, and so recently we just added 2 new villages who will get solar. This is Otosha and Mabilha, and we're looking into others as well. But we keep ticking off the boxes when it comes to electricity, and the same thing with water. I believe we have about 15 villages without water remaining. Most of them are in the Toledo district. Only 1 is in the Corozal district. And we are going to address that in the Corozal district and a couple more in the Toledo district. So we're working towards universal coverage. And I think that by 2030, everybody in Belize will have running water. That's our goal.
Otosha and Mobilha are being electrified through the Deepening Access Their Rural Electrification DARE project with a total budget of $1 million. The government shutdown in the United States, now heading into its 37th day, is now causing flight cuts. U.S. news outlets report that transportation officials plan to slash traffic by 10% at 40 major airports. So, will it affect Belize as we are heading into the high season? The beaches are free of sargassum, but will visitors be able to get here? Today, via text, the tourism minister told us that despite a few bad months so far, 2025's tourism figures are just about even with 2024. He says his ministry is in communication with the airlines, and so far, United has stated that international flights will not be affected. He says, quote, "It's a tightrope, but we are adjusting strategies constantly." And that ends our newscast for tonight. Thanks for watching. With your news, I'm Endure Craig. Remember, you can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook or YouTube pages. Have a pleasant evening. Join Miriam Abdul-Kawi here tomorrow, and I'll be seeing you back on Monday. Have a good one.